both Kaufman and Joseph from Simply Brand. And if everyone else that's not filming could please take your seats now, I will hand over the gentleman to talk you through Simply Brand. Okay. Thank you.
Can we get started? Okay. Hello everyone. We are Simply Brand. We are doing e-commerce anti-counterfeiting by using blockchain. Before I start, I'd like you guys to see a video that we made.
Now let's talk about iPhone.
Yes, please. I've been waiting for this. All right. Looks like somebody's got a present for themselves.
1 to 2 weeks? Why not? Why wait this long? I gotta have it now.
Come on, I'm gonna get rid of this whole thing. Get a nice new phone for myself. And there we go. That's it. Yes. Yeah.
That's a new iPhone. You like it?
Dude, it's fake. It's Romeo Android system, not iOS, not iPhone. Okay?
You guys like a video? I would like to let Joseph to share all the experience while he is handling the latest iPhone XS.
So here it is, by the way. This is a counterfeit iPhone XS. Sorry, a little mic problem. This is it. This is the counterfeit XS. It was actually available about 2 weeks on Chinese e-commerce before the real thing came out.
Let me tell you, September 12th, there's an Apple event announcing this iPhone. And we are getting this fake iPhone XS 3 days after the event, a week before they really ship the actual product. Can you see? Yeah. You can hear? Nah. If you have chance to come to our booth at B40, you can really see the actual fake iPhone. You see how sophisticated it is. Everything just works like a real iPhone until you click down a couple of links and then you see this is running Android. Okay, so think about this. People who is selling the fake product are getting very sophisticated. Okay, from the hardware, software, the distribution, the inventory. So they were able to wait until the Apple event and then ride on top of their marketing effort and just ship it. We got this big iPhone with just 100 pounds. Okay, and then they are not just right on top of Apple marketing efforts. They are also stealing their brand and their revenue. Worst thing is they are cheating the consumer with a fake product like this. Okay, so but why they are doing this? Why they are putting all this effort making this sophisticated fake iPhone? It is because the upside is so huge. This is a 300 billion market out there. It's 2 times of Amazon revenue. So that's why many people getting into this market and making a fake product and then to sell it on the e-commerce. However, think about it. This is a potential loss of revenue for the brand customer, actually our customer. Okay, so and there are 80% are coming from China. Okay, give you example. iPhone is a fake. I got a sports shoe from Nike, it's a fake one. I got a fresh milk trying to feed my daughter, fake one. And then even Coca-Cola. We talked to the Coca-Cola legal counsel 2 weeks ago in the American Chamber event, and she told us that there's a peach taste Coca-Cola, looking exactly the same but in a yellow color, fake one. And worse, my friends selling toilet paper, they told me there's a fake toilet paper in China. So market is huge. What do you think? Can you talk?
Yeah, I finally can. The market is ever present, and I have a lot of experience with this myself. I'm a pretty big guy. I've lived in China for about a decade. It's impossible for me to find clothes, so I have to turn to a lot of online retailers, and a lot of that stuff is fake, especially shoes. I'm a size 14, a UK size 14, so it's even hard to find shoes overseas, you know, back home. When I'm buying Chinese products on Chinese retail like Taobao or Tmall, I'm often getting counterfeits. And I'm not willingly buying these products. I want the real thing. If I'm paying Nike prices, I want a real pair of Nikes. But I'm often getting a counterfeit that lasts maybe a month or two before it falls apart.
Yeah, actually brands customers are super frustrated, and then consumers have no trust buying online. Moreover, e-commerce platform like Alibaba, they have no incentive to kill this fake product. Why? You know why? Because the traffic coming from the counterfeit product is getting business for the e-commerce platform. They have no incentive to do this anti-counterfeiting things. So this is really a hair-on-fire problem in all these e-commerce platforms. Okay, and then therefore we are thinking about it. What if someday, as a brand customer, we invest a lot in the product development, we invest a lot in the marketing campaign. Can we have someone to protect us? And as a consumer, can we get back the trust, restore the trust from the e-commerce? Therefore, we as a Simply brand, we're trying to put all the technology together to try to resolve this, and then bringing back the trust of the e-commerce environment. Okay, and here is what we're doing. Actually, first of all, we try to identify the fake product for the e-commerce, and then we try to verify if the e-commerce is a fake one. How do we do this? Image recognition, based on the review, based on the price range, where is the product coming from, and then we build an AI model to look at it. And then lastly, we have people to do the enforcement. We talk to the e-commerce platform and remove the fake product right away from the e-commerce. Okay, so this is how we do it. But by doing this, a lot of problem actually challenging us. There's a lot of information for the e-commerce. So we have to build product around this. We already have existing product scanning the e-commerce every day, every second. And we already built an AI model that helping our brand customer like Nike to really identify the fake product and remove it. Okay, so it is like removing 8,000 fake product in a weekly basis. This is really terrible situation. But think about it. Maybe you can see that unlike many other ICO projects, we are not making a solution looking for a problem. We have a real problem sitting there for us to solve. And then we already have a problem, we already have a product, we already have customer like Nike, we are generating revenue actually. But however, a centralizing solution like an AI product can go only so far. We need to decentralize it. We are doing decentralization. So the blockchain solution kick in. We are putting human layer to improve our AI accuracy. How to do it? We invite a lot of people to help us to do a Tinder way, to look at which one is fake, which one is right, in order to train our AI. At the same time, we need human process to do the enforcement, because the e-commerce requires people to talk to them. That's what we are doing. We're trying to remove the fake product from the e-commerce. Okay, and that's why we are not the normal ICO project that looking for money to fund the idea while you don't have an MVP and you are not ready to show the result. We are not looking for money to build a product. We already have it. We're looking for money to fund the liquidity, because we are trying to use the token to incentivize the human layer to help us to contribute in verifying the fake product, training the AI, at the same time to take the enforcement action. So this is why we want to do this. And then this would help us to create a marketplace. We have people helping to contribute in the AI and the verification and enforcement. At the same time, we have brand here will participate in the marketplace. Okay? The more the brand want to get the utility from the marketplace, the more people want to get in. The more people want to get in, the more brand would like to participate. So this is how we work on this ICO. And it will be a two-sided marketplace with the network effect on the long run. Alright, so and in order to attract more people to help us and participate in our ecosystem, we need investment for the liquidity. That's how we work. Once we achieve the level of network effect, we don't need any funding. It will self-sustain, and the token and the utility will all go up. Anything to add?
No, not right now, but that's, as Kaufman said, we need to decentralize. As our AI grows, AI constantly needs input. It's never going to be perfect, but it's growing sort of beyond the bounds of our control, and we do need people to help in the verification process, which will better train the AI so it gets better at recognizing harder to spot fakes. Like this iPhone, you can come by our booth to check this thing out. It's tough to tell the difference unless you turn this thing on. The AI can't order this and turn it on for itself. But just looking at it, it's almost a one-to-one copy. So we also need people's help verifying these really hard to tell counterfeits as well.
Yeah. And then where's the blockchain come in? The bad guy we identify, we want to put them on the blockchain so that it will be, we call it blacklist. It is actually a credit system. It will never go away. If you do bad things, you will be on the blockchain forever. And then we'll be allowing our customer, our consumer, our brand to really to access this blacklist anytime. So that the cost of doing fake product will be going up, and we provide the transparency for the e-commerce. Okay, this is the MVP that we are showing to you guys, that how we leverage the human layer to help us to train the AI. It's like Tinder. Going swiping left is a fake one, swiping right is a real one. And then not just the real or bad, we actually have copycat issues. And at the back we have a copycat issue. And then we are having another POC one coming up next month, is to help brand customer to evaluate the impact of the counterfeit product selling on the e-commerce. And lastly, we have a calculator, a risk detector to help consumers to really check if the product risk of counterfeiting is high or bad. It will be coming out in 2 months. So this is our roadmap. And we are existing customer. We're based in Shanghai, China. It is a core of the problem. And then we're serving brand customer for 5 years already. This is our customer. And then they trust with our technology and our service. And then here is our team. Maybe you can help to introduce us.
Okay, so this is Kaufman Chang. He's our founder and CEO, originally from Hong Kong. He's a graduate with an MBA from Chicago Booth. He's got over 15 years experience in cybersecurity and intelligence. Our co-founder, this guy right here, Ronnie Ng, he's also an MBA from Chicago Booth School. After exiting his last 2 startups, which he sold off previously, he joined us, he joined Kaufman to found Simply Brand. And this is me, Joseph Imbruglia, and the rest of our team, some of whom you can meet over at booth B40.
And we are a team with post-product, post-revenue already. We have customers. We wanting to solve a big problem. So if we are looking for investor, if you are interested, come to join us. Check in our Telegram group. And then if you are a developer, want to join us, your brand customer, legal want to join us, come talk to us. Okay? Thank you very much, everyone. And then don't forget to come to our booth and see the fake iPhone if you are interested.
Yeah, come check it out. It looks really real. Only 100 quid too on Taobao.
Yeah, right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. We've a few minutes for a couple of questions. If anyone in the audience would like to ask Kaufman or Joseph something.
Any question?
Anything at all?
Whatever.
What happens if your community is fickle and decides to swipe left instead of right when they see a fake product?
Okay, so we have, I can't speak too much about this because I'm a marketing agent, but within our algorithm we have methods in place to stop people acting with malicious intent. So let's say everybody in this room is in our DApp and they're working positively really to help us, but Kaufman is just working maliciously. He's just swiping, trying to get the tokens. The system's going to realize, hey, this guy is giving an answer that's not compatible with the majority of the other answers. If users are continually doing this, they will be locked out of using the app. Yeah. Anything else?
Okay.
So we've come across a couple of similar projects in the market, such as Ariane, and I know VeChain's already in the market. How would you guys defer to those 2 projects?
Very good question. Ariane, I know the project very well. A lot of so-called anti-counterfeiting project are more working on the supply chain. But if you look at carefully, we are more focused on the distribution chain that nothing to do with putting something on the product itself or recording that product. Because by solving the problem on the distribution chain, there's a lot of things already. So I hope I answer your question. We are more on the distribution, not on the supply chain.
Yeah, those guys are generally supply chain based. We're distribution channel based as well. One of the problems with places like that are that it can drive up the cost of the product. If you're a company and you want to use one of these like DApps or whatever, you have to pay to put their QR code on every single product that you have. That's going to drive up the cost for the end user. With us, we're just attacking it right at its source and distribution channels. Yeah, we're taking existing counterfeits that are available for sale right now out of the marketplace.
And more important is that all of these supply chain products are new product to the market. Consumers are not really trained or really used to doing this kind of product scanning if it is real or bad. But our process, our solution is already existing in the market. Without us, the identification, verification, and the enforcement are actually naturally happen in the market. We are not reinventing the business environment, but we're putting new technology in place that make it whole things to be more efficient. Yeah.
Finally, with the supply chain side, one of the big troubles is using RFID chips, which are often input with personal information from the customer that purchased the product. So there's a certain upscale purse brand that uses RFID chips inserted into their purses to track it, and it actually has the customer's full information in it, including their name, address, credit card information, or payment verification information. Because of that, that goes against privacy laws in certain states like California, and they're now banned from actually selling their products with RFID chips in there. Plus, if like a shipment of these purses get hijacked and the thieves have the technology to read this RFID chip information, not only do they now have a couple of crates of fancy new purses that they can resell, but they have everybody's information that purchased these products.
Right.
Is there one final quick question? Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank all of you as well.
B40, everyone. B40 to go see the phone.
Scan the QR code, join our community.
Yeah, check us out on Telegram if you want to learn more. That's where we publish all of our information. We'll keep you guys up to date.